Ideals like peace, freedom, and justice, they get packed up, but we can all go home. Well, I'm not going home. I'm gonna get on my boat, and I'm going upriver, and I'm going to kick that son of a bitch bison's ass so hard that the next bison wannabe is gonna feel it. Now, who wants to go home? And who wants to go with me?
Welcome to the Rated G for Gamers podcast, episode 323. Before we start the show, we want to thank all of our wonderful fans who have supported us. And if you want to show support for the Rated G network, you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/Rated G for Gamers. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Rated G for Gamers. And finally, please rate and review us on iTunes and Spotify. We appreciate all the love. I'm your host, Dave Rutino, and this is my co-host, Dan. He finally agrees that it's hot outside. Robinson.
It's a scorcher. Oh my god. It's been for like the last month. No, that's not true.
June was hot.
That's not true.
June was hot. All right.
June was not hot.
Listen.
June was
DMX would agree.
June was comfortable. Wasn't hot.
DMX would agree. What did he say? It's hot. It's dark as hell and
no, you just butchered.
What is it? Give me the.
Dark. It's dark as hell is hot.
He would say it's dark and June was hot.
No,
that's what DMX would say.
All right, you just butchered a DMX reference. Okay,
sitting on the floor of the church, sweating his ass off because it's so hot. All right,
it's only hot the day of this recording.
Okay? Oh my god,
day of this recording, and it actually rained. I don't know if you noticed, it rained during the day.
I know it did.
I heard these drops, and I was like, "What the hell is that? I don't know what this noise is." And I looked outside, and all the cars looked like that. It was raining. So
it was a full-on sun shower, and it was great because I got, and this actually ties into my story, and it's also a good barometer to know when you've hit middle age, when you're like firmly in that age. So if anybody is if anybody needs household items, I'm just going to go straight up. This is not an endorsement of the company or anything like that. This is not video game related.
He's endorsing the company. When someone says I'm not endorsing the company, they're endorsing.
Go to Bed Bath & Beyond right now, either the website or like in store. They're having some trouble, but that means savings to the consumer. So there's like a up to 50% off sale on like just about everything. I got a new pergola, I guess they call it. I don't know the difference between that and a canopy.
I have no idea what that is. Oh, okay.
It's like a canopy, but they call it a pergola. Okay. So I think it's slightly different. I don't know. May have something to the way they do the construction of it or the way the shade is constructed. I don't know. But it's just like a canopy. Okay. And I started installing it during lunch. Had to get back. And then as soon as I am about to shut down for the day for work and go upstairs to finish building it, it starts raining. And I'm like, well, I can't do that right now. So it just got 100% harder for me to finish putting this thing together. It's still not done because it's really a two-man build. So I gotta wait till somebody comes over and helps me out, which is probably going to be tomorrow. But I'm very excited. I had to throw out my old umbrella, which never buy a cantilever style umbrella. That's the one that's offset, right? And it kind of curves and then hangs down. They're trash. Mm-hmm. They're terrible.
Look at you having a bad experience. Now you're just trashing the whole company.
No. This was. I think I bought that umbrella off Amazon. It's just the construction of those things are terrible, and even when you weigh them down, it's not enough. And I spent good money on it, and I thought, oh, this will be fine. It's not fine.
Well, we know we're a video game podcast, and we know Dave's priorities and his as he promotes stuff in the beginning of every show.
We have other interests. We have other interests. I like things outside of video games, Dan. Surprise, surprise.
Okay. Well, while Dave is buying, canopies and umbrellas,
pergolas,
and all these other things. You know what I'm doing, Dave?
What are you doing, Dan?
I'm doing for the show.
I'm
doing this for the show.
What
I'm
are you
doing
doing?
this directly for the show. Okay. I'm sitting here picking up PS5, Dave. I got another PS5.
You got the digital.
I bought the digital version with Horizon Forbidden West.
Wow, very nice. I didn't know there was a pack in with it. It's probably a digital. It's probably a digital.
It is a digital. It is a digital code.
I knew that. But okay.
All
right.
I actually bought that. Didn't mean to buy it. Actually, to be honest.
Now, wait a minute. Were you conscious for this? Were you held at gunpoint? What is the?
I was.
What is the? Are you okay? Blink twice and let me know if you're okay. Okay. Oh, that's like 10. No, he's not good, folks. He just did SOS. That's it.
So I went PlayStation Direct. Okay.
Oh.
By the original, PlayStation Disc version. Black.
Oh yeah. You got those new faceplates on there. Very nice.
And it just so happens that they had inventory of PS5s, and PS5 digitals.
Okay.
Only the bundles with the Horizon. The regular ones were sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They had the bundle with Horizon. So I said, you know what? Screw it. I wanted the digital version for my living room, right? Because I have the Xbox Series S in my living room. I want it, and I bought it. I didn't think I would buy it. I didn't think it would let me buy it.
Okay.
And it let me buy it. It was available for a while, actually. It was sold out and then available. Sold out or out of stock and available. So it kept out of stock, available, out of stock, available. I actually had it in my cart for 2 days, and I didn't buy it. And then the second day I said, screw it, I'll buy it. And then it was out. So it kept being out of stock. And then available, out of stock and available. And I got it within a day. I got it within 2 days I got it.
Sure. They must have had it close in a facility nearby.
It was in Georgia. It said shipped from Georgia.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so that's on the East Coast, Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I have the digital version. Now I have all the models, right?
So now,
Xbox Series X, S. I have a PlayStation 5 disc version and PlayStation 5 digital, all digital.
So what this means now is that Dan is going to stick with the high tier PlayStation Plus service, because what else is he going to play on the system? It's true, right? Besides Horizon.
Besides Horizon, I can't play anything else.
Right.
Right.
It's either the PlayStation Plus games you get every month, which there's only 2, or it's paying for the premium service. So.
It was 3. We got an extra one this month or next month. 3.
All right.
Yeah, extra one. I forgot what the game is. We never really talk about the games. The games we get with Xbox Live with Gold and the PlayStation Plus.
It's kind of
it's usually 2, but they got 3. I think it was like they got an extra one coming next month.
It's kind of being overshadowed by. I mean, Sony's now in the game too, but it's overshadowed by the full-on buffet style, pay a price every month and then you get all the stuff.
So I picked it up. You were right a year ago. You said I probably will pick up the digital version. I said no, I'm not. I'm not gonna pick the version.
Yep.
I ended up picking up the digital version.
I know.
I ended up picking it up.
I know.
I picked up the model. So you know what? So now I have black faceplates. Oh, in my game room in the basement, I have black faceplates for the PS5. This system that that matches my Xbox Series X. Okay, all black down here, and in my living room,
black everything.
In my living room was all white with the Series S and PlayStation 5 digital. It is sleek. It is nice and sleek. I like the design. I think the design of the PlayStation 5 was sort of made with the digital in mind, because it just looks so much sleeker and better.
Well, it's symmetrical on both sides, right? There's no bump
Yeah.
for the disc drive, so yeah.
Yeah. And the PS5 this version looks like it's pregnant, right? Has a little baby bump on the side.
It does. It does. It's trying to give birth.
So, it's trying to give birth to any disc that you put into it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right, Dave, let's get this show on the road. We have an amazing show this week. Coming up, we're going to talk about games announced during the Tuesday's Nintendo Direct Mini, which was like a partner showcase because it only showed third-party games for the most part. And EA pisses off everybody online. What a surprise, right? And we'll get into that a little later. Before we get into any of that, let's begin the show with Halo Infinite and their campaign. You can finally, they have the campaign co-op. It's coming, but it's coming with certain restrictions. Dave, is this an issue? Is this a major issue? Can we play campaign co-op? What are the restrictions? I don't understand. Why should there be any restrictions?
Okay. It's a major issue because it was supposed to come out in May. Well, it was supposed to launch with campaign co-op, I think. And then they kicked it back to like Season 2, which was supposed to be this big thing in May. We were supposed to get Forge. We were supposed to get co-op. So now it's July. Now we're about to get co-op. And yeah, there is a restriction. And it is an issue because it's a big open world game. The first for its kind, right? Not to mention every other Halo game had co-op from the start. Halo 3 had 4-player co-op, which was crazy. I believe Halo Infinite will have the 4-player co-op. The issue is
when next year?
Now, you have to be within close proximity to whoever you're playing with. So there is a 1,000-foot max radius, and if you go to 800 feet, which is not a lot, because it's a big open world, you're playing on the ring. You don't traverse the full ring, but you traverse a lot of it. 800 feet's not a lot. You go to 800 feet, it'll give you a warning. Go to 1,000 feet, you will die because you're technically out of bounds, and then you get transported back to your co-op partner. That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks.
Okay. Let me say this. It sounds like it sucks on its face, but let's be honest. If we're playing campaign co-op together, okay, I shouldn't be more than 1,000 feet. We're playing together. The whole point is for us to be in close proximity so we can go into battle together. Why am I going off on my own, or why are you going off on your own away from me?
Well, what if I need to get a vehicle? What if I need to get a weapon pickup? What if I'm in a Banshee and I'm flying high doing a reconnaissance? You have to be close to me, and vice versa. It's not a good look. No, it's not a good look.
I can see if you're on a mountain and you fall.
Well, there's that too. There's that too.
Right.
It's not going to be good. All right. I mean, I know you kind of want to give the benefit of the doubt to 343, and I would love to as well, but it's not great. It's not great.
I'm taking it from a different perspective. If we're playing together, right? Mm-hmm. Like, come on, we should be together, right?
No, agreed.
It's the limits of the game. We shouldn't be going off doing our own thing, because if that's the case, you just by yourself. Play by yourself if you're gonna go off.
But that's not like what if I'm sniping high up on the hill, right?
Okay.
Then there's a large chance that you're gonna be 800, 900, possibly 1,000 feet away. The game is built that way. The game is built that way.
No. You are totally right in that, but I feel like the essence of this restriction or limitation is, hey, we want you to play together, compared to you know what, Dan, like me and you get into it together, and we're like, all right, you know what, Dan, I'm gonna liberate this outpost, and I want you to go over here and liberate this outpost, and that's not playing together, and we're just playing our own game. All right? Let's come together and eliminate the outpost together.
I would love to think that's the case, but it's 100% a performance thing. and a kind of logistics thing with the code on the back end. Because again, it was supposed to launch with it, and they've had a notorious time trying to get this game in working status. Like I love Halo, but it's still got issues. Like, yeah, multiplayer still got issues in there. So maybe they'll eventually work it out. I mean, you can just patch it out if you end up fixing the problem, you know. But
listen, it has more issues than the kid seeing his parents making love. I know. Yeah,
there it is. Well, hey, look. I still got some achievements to like kind of take care of, and I know you want to play more of the game, so we will definitely try it out, see how it is. And you know what? If it's not that bad, maybe I come back and kind of change my mind. But I feel like it's a little tight.
All right. All right. Well, as I said a little bit earlier in the show, that we never talk about the free games that we get with Xbox Live. We never talk about the games we get with PlayStation Plus. But we kind of always do every now and then talk about the games that we get with Nintendo Online, because it's not every month, right? So it's like a big event. Like every 2 months we get like a bunch of games.
Exactly.
So
sometimes
we
get
a drop. We got another drop with Nintendo Online, right? We got Pokemon Snap for the expansion pack, right? That's already out. That came out, I think, a couple of weeks ago, right? Pokemon Snap. But the Genesis drops are pretty good. We got Zero Ring, which I never played.
Oh, set me up the bomb, man! Come on, that was the internet meme of the early 2000s. Jesus, and it's actually supposed to be a good game, all things considered.
We got Target Earth, another game I never heard of. I gotta be honest. A lot of these, like when the Genesis Mini came out and like the Genesis Online. I had most of the SNES games online, or the NES games. Yeah,
because they were the big ones, the popular ones.
The Genesis games, that came out, I never heard of that. I'm gonna have to buy that now, right? So I just keep building a collection through games I've never even heard of, like a lot of shoot 'em ups I never heard of or never played. So the Target Earth I never played. Comic Zone, love that game.
Comic Zone is very hard. Yeah.
It's very hard. Unique too. It was a unique game for the time, and I remember playing it at the time. And I was like, game is awesome. It's hard, but it's awesome.
That's a game that needs a remake.
Yeah, and an easy mode, by the way. And then we got Mega Man, the Wily Wars, right?
Yep.
So that's out, but that never came out in the States. That was only in Europe, right? That game was only Mega Man game for the Genesis was only.
It was on the Sega Channel. Which, if you remember, right, it was it was online. Well, you could like download a game to your Genesis through your coax line, through your TV line. You get a little thing, you hook it up. But yeah, super limited. There is a physical version that was released by 8-bit.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, but that was recent. That was recently.
Yeah.
That was recently.
Yeah.
Be careful. The label also says it may, turn your Genesis, may, explode
on a fire. Yeah, they really need to fix that issue. Jesus.
So many fires started by the Genesis and the SNES thanks to 8-bit. I am 8-bit. No.
All right. That's it. I am 8-bit.
Yeah. I have the Mega Man. I have the Mega Man that came out for the Game Gear. I have the original game.
Yep.
Which is a little pricey, right? A little pricey. It's up there in price. So I have that. I'm wondering if we will ever get that on the Nintendo Online. We should. It actually is not a bad game. I have to play it on my Retron 5 with the adapter for the Game Gear, but I think that's something that we should have. That should
they don't have Game Gear support yet.
Right? Yes, but I mean, come on. When they eventually say here's the Game Boy support, we in September for the last 2-3 years we got new support for a new system every September.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know why they're not
saying.
I don't know why they're not doing it. But they certainly should do the Game Boy.
I can see them saying, "Here's Game Boy and Game Gear support." Right.
Right.
That work.
That would be fantastic.
That'd be awesome. Now the question is, will it be a part of the expansion pack, or will it be part of the regular online service?
Oh, I'd say it's probably going to be a part of the expansion pack. Yeah.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully not. But
all right, Dave. As we always try to start the show, but epically fail. What have you been playing?
I've been playing game of the half year for me. TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Still.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
man.
you already beat it like twice. You beat it twice. Right?
I beat it almost 3 times now. I'm on my way to max out Shredder. No, not Shredder. Splinter. I've already got Michelangelo maxed out. I've got April's getting up there. I think I got Raphael maxed out. Yeah, going for the whole set because you get an achievement when you do all 7.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, kind of trying to 100% that game.
I have to get back to that game. I'm not gonna lie. I have to get back to that game. I kind of fell off of that a little bit, especially now that I have my new PS5 digital system for my living room.
Hey. Well, let me know when you want to play. We will play. You know.
And my PS Plus, we can play campaign co-op.
There you go. Yeah, that too.
Guess what? With no restrictions.
Hey, I love it.
Look at that.
That's how a game should be. But that's it. Yeah, I've just been playing TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Haven't had a lot of time to play video games. For various reasons. Going on a trip soon, so trying to get all that worked out. There's a lot of things.
I feel you on that. Okay. Well, I think I'm just about there. Well, I've been taking advantage of the PlayStation Premium tier, right? Going in, I downloaded a bunch of old games, which I still can't talk about just yet, because I may or may not talk about them for Saturday Morning Retro. But a game I can talk about, a game that I have been playing a lot of, is Mafia the Remaster. Digital.
Yeah.
I've gotten into that. I gotta say, I definitely hate sneaking around. Sneaking around. I hate sneaking around. But if you play it on easy, or you switch it to easy when it goes to those moments where you have to like sneak around, it goes through like butter.
Yep.
Trying to run away from the cops on normal sucks. Trying to lose the cops, right? Like it really sucks, and you have to drive. I gotta be honest. For a game that came out in the PS2 era,
mid 2000s, yeah.
Right, it was like a PS2 era game, if I'm not mistaken. The original,
it was
Mafia game.
Yep.
You know, I don't know if the AI is the same from the remastered edition, but you have to drive.
Yep.
Like safely, or you will bring unwanted attention to yourself.
That's kind of the thing that I like. I know everyone wants to kind of go guns a-blazing, flying off the thing and the whatever and do what they want to do, but like it's kind of cool with the heightened level of realism, right? When you start bumping into cars and whatnot, a cop's around, he's gonna get you, right?
Yeah.
And not as lenient as like a GTA cop.
Yeah. It was like, hey, you got to lose the cops. They still on us, man. You got to lose them. Don't let them catch us. And it was like, oh man, all right.
And this is like the 1940s, right? So your only max speed is like 30, 40 miles per hour.
Not even 1930s. Right? 1930s. Well, the flashbacks are in the 1930s.
Right. Yeah.
Right. The beginning of the game, you're definitely in the 30s. You're a taxi driver and you're a mafia. So
nice. Now, you
really
haven't played the original, right? You just played the new one.
I've never played. I have the original.
Okay.
But I've never played the original.
Okay.
I'm really intrigued. I want to pop the original and just to see how it compares.
Right.
Like I definitely want to pop in the original, but with the PlayStation, I do own the remastered version for the Xbox One. Right. And I said I wanted to get back to it since I got the digital edition. And I was like, I might as well just download it, play it. But with the PlayStation Premium tier, they do have the remastered versions of 2 and 3, so I can play those as well.
Yep.
Which is pretty good. I can play. You know, they only put out a physical for the first one, not the second one or the third one.
That's right. Yeah. Never played 2 and 3. 1 was awesome. I don't know how the sequels fared, but.
So no, I'm definitely been playing it. I don't know if I'm gonna beat it by any means, but I've definitely been getting into that, and I want to get into the Capcom fighting game, and I'm probably gonna do that over the weekend because I have it on the Switch.
Oh,
I did buy that.
Some good stuff in there.
Yeah, definitely want to get into that.
All right.
Let's take a break. When we come back, get into the top gaming news of last week. And we're back. All right, Dave. Let's get into the top gaming news of last week. We got what we wanted. Whatever. Said it's not E3 season without a Nintendo Direct, right? From Nintendo.
Yeah.
And we got it. Just not the Direct that we wanted. This was a Direct Mini, mostly third-party support. Right? Well, only third-party support. And it was okay. It was good. I'm not gonna lie.
It was okay. The internet has been saying this is possibly the best Nintendo Direct Mini ever.
I wouldn't go that far.
Dan, I think
I wouldn't go that far.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I mean this. I think you've become a jaded old gamer who expects the world out of every presentation conference.
Whatever. I think you're a wide-eyed.
All right.
I think you're a wide-eyed whippersnapper gamer who thinks every conference that happens is the best conference ever.
No.
You big up every conference.
No. But considering the amount of games we got, the amount of games that were quality, the amount of games that I know you were interested in, the amount of games that I was interested in, I think it was pretty damn good. But okay, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves.
No. All right, let's get into it a little bit. So they started off. We're not gonna touch every single game announced, but we're gonna highlight a lot of them. Right. Mm-hmm, so we got Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak expansion. Right. Like of course that's the golden goose. Monster Hunter is great. The Monster Hunter franchise has exploded in the last couple of years.
It is definitely saved Capcom. For sure. Yeah, and Rise has been like, the Switch Monster Hunter game, right? Because Monster Hunter World didn't come out on Switch, so this was the new Monster Hunter game for the Switch. Mm-hmm. The expansion, I knew they would show stuff expansion because we saw it coming, right? Like it's gonna be out. Yeah. A game that got leaked right before the Direct. Well, hold on, because we also got a demo for the expansion standalone that you can play today. You're missing out on key points, Dan. Now, Monster Hunter Rise isn't a game for me, but I know fans are pretty happy about that, right? That's yes. You can have a demo for the expansion. The expansion, you are correct. That is out now. Yeah, and nobody does, so that's why I'm mentioning it. Like, you never have a demo for just the expansion. That's crazy. I don't. Well, you know what? All right, Mister. I'm just saying. Points. I'm just noting. Does your progress go over if you buy the expansion? I think it may. I don't know, but the fact that they have a demo is monumental, right? It'd be nice if the progress carried over. I don't know. I'm not sure. Square is good for having your progress carry over with demo, right? This is Capcom, though, right? Square. I know. I know. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Square is good with that. Not, I don't know. I don't remember if Capcom is so much known for that. Yeah. With I want to say that most games don't. The demo is just kind of like, let's just kick something out. We'll get some hype up, and it's not even close to a final build, so they don't. It's kind of like a beta that you can have access to, so they kind of don't let you carry stuff over. But all right, all right. So, but as I was saying, the game that was leaked a little bit before the Direct, or a day before, night before the Direct. The Direct was a surprise in the morning. Right? Yeah. The other day, we got Nier Automata, right? Automata. This is the sort of like the year-end edition or something. Like it has all the DLC. Yep. From the game in it. So this would be the definitive way to play Nier. Yep. It's great. The only thing I want to know is, will there be like that download sticker on it's a possibility. It's a possibility. But because if it is, then it's not the way that I want to play it. If it's all on the game, if it's all on the cart, then it is the best way, the definitive way to play this game. But you can't knock the game announcement and all that. No, I mean, I guess you can a little bit, but Nier. I mean, it first came out. The original Nier came out on 360, PS3, 360,
right? Well, it came out on 360, and I think it came out. I don't think it came out for the PS3 the same day as the 360. I think that came out a little bit later. I could be wrong
Maybe,
about that.
yeah.
I know Bayonetta did.
Yeah.
I know Bayonetta did. Bayonetta was terrible on the PS3. It was a
Yeah.
terrible port
Yeah,
to
not
the
good.
PS3.
Not good.
Then we got Nier Automata on the PS4, and it was only a PS4 game.
Mm-hmm.
And it was known for it to be a PlayStation. Then now we have Nier Automata on the Xbox Series X, right? Because it came out for Series X and Xbox One, but it's mostly Series X marketing on the box work.
Yeah.
On the box, and now it's finally coming out Switch. So that's good to know. That's good. It's a game it's a game I want to get back into, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was a game I really got into. I was playing it on an Xbox, and it just sort of fell off because I was playing other new stuff. But it's definitely, I would have nominated it for Game of the Year, except for it's not a new game last year, right?
Nope.
Like I was playing it last year, and it was not a new game, but I got really into it. I wanted to nominate it for Game of the Year.
And there's like 8 or 9 different endings. Like you can keep
Yes.
replaying it over and over and like getting different story parts. So that's kind of cool.
A game that surprised everyone, and I know it surprised you because you thought this series was dead. You thought Konami was dead. You thought if you saw anything from this, it would be a pachinko machine, and you were wrong, my friend. We got Super Bomberman R2.
The sequel to the possibly the worst Bomberman game. I mean, this was bad. And it was a launch title for the Switch before coming to other platforms, most notably the Stadia, because they don't have much.
They don't have anything.
No.
They don't have anything.
Yeah.
Say much. They don't have.
This was 8-player Bomberman. I thought it was going to be good. I bought it day one. I was like, ooh, played it for a minute, literally a minute, and then just no. Like I tried to play with a bunch of people at various points, and it just, nobody's like, nah. But we did it because it was the only like party game.
It was a launch game. I played it. I thought it was good because I wasn't really into Bomberman, so I had low expectations.
I want to know, how many hours did you put into that game?
I have to look on my Switch if it even still has it, but at least
I will bet you money that it's less than 3 hours.
No, I played at least 5 hours.
Did you? Ugh.
Yeah.
That story
It's a
mode
launch game. Come on, it's a launch
story
game.
mode. Yeah, you know what else was a launch game, Dan? Breath of the fucking Wild. Come on.
At least you didn't say Breath of the Wild. So
I should have. Yeah.
Breath of the fucking Wild.
That's right. That's right. Chests of the
Rated R
Wild.
the show.
That's right. That's right. The best damn Zelda game. I'm saying it. It usurps the original. I'm saying it now.
I don't know.
I
don't know if it's the
best Zelda game.
I don't know if it's the best.
Oh.
I don't know. It's one of the best. I'll say that.
Oh. Top 3 minimum.
Say one.
Yeah. Top 3.
All right. All right. Top 3. Top 2. Top 2.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
All right. Then they announced Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. I have to imagine this is coming out to all platforms, not just Switch, but
right.
They get to announce it.
You got the announcement.
I think I have one of the Battle Network games on the GB. I mean, these are GBA. A lot of these are GBA games.
GBA and DS, yeah.
DS. I think I have one of them. I don't have a lot of them. They're grid-based Mega Man games, not traditional platformers.
Yep.
I guess this is a series that's beloved.
Oh yeah, fans are over the moon
over
about this. They've been wanting this for a while. It's a big announcement.
Yeah, it was. I thought they were going to announce another Mega Man, sort of like Mega Man, and
the Dream.
And
the Dream.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be another Mega Man X game that they were going to announce, but you know what? Battle Network Legacy Collection.
There is.
Let me ask you a question: are you going to get this?
Oh hell yeah, I'm going to get this. There's technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different versions.
10? Yeah. Okay, I'm good. What do they do? Put one out every year?
So they kind of did what Pokemon did after Battle Network 2. So like Mega Man Battle Network 3 has a blue version and a white version. 4 has Red Sun and Blue Moon. So
got it.
Same game, probably with like different monsters or robots or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm not
pretty solid.
Crazy about it, but I will pick it up as a physical.
Mm-hmm.
I will pick that up.
Yeah.
a game. I'm not gonna lie. This was my surprise. This was one of the two surprises of the show for me, and that is Pac-Man World Repack. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Pac-Man during the PlayStation era, the original PlayStation. They opened it up to be, open up Pac-Man not just to be the normal Pac-Man game from Atari days and arcade days. This is Pac-Man with legs, and he's sort of an open world, right?
Yeah.
We had Pac-Man World 3 or 2 or something. We had like an open world Pac-Man game on the Wii U.
Yep.
Right, like that. Yep. That came out, and it's one of the. If you're a collector, go out there and pick that game up because it will go up in price eventually. Right?
Oh yeah.
Wii U.
Oh, okay.
It's a Wii U game. It's a Wii U game. Get the Wii U version. I mean, I know it came out for regular systems. I think it came out for 360 and PlayStation 3. Get the Wii U version. But I was surprised about this. It's Pac-Man World. The original is on my list of games to play for Saturday Morning Retro because it's definitely a game I'm interested in. Yeah. And now that I know that we're getting a repack, sort of like a modern remastered of it, I may just wait until that comes out and play that. Like I'm super interested to get in to see what they envisioned for Pac-Man back in the late.
Right. It's kind of neat. They did a lot of things with Pac-Man. Some of them good, some of them not so good. This is definitely, I think it's in the good category. It's not anything like crazy, but
I haven't heard anything bad about this.
Yeah.
About this game or the World Series, right? The Pac-Man World, like the trilogy, and they had like another 2. I think there were like 5 altogether. Right, there were the trilogy, and then they had like spin-offs, subtitles of 1 and 2, right? Which is again the last one is on the Wii U.
Right.
I just don't think they set the world on fire, which is why nobody talks about it.
Yeah,
it could be considered a hidden gem, shall I say? Right, the infamous hidden gem term. So I'm looking forward. I thought this was one of the 2 big surprises of this.
Oh, okay.
Then we had another game that came out. I know you were really excited about this, right? What's What's the correct pronunciation?
It's Blanc, B-L-A-N-C.
Blanc.
Right? Which means white in French. Blanc.
Does it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait. So if Blanc means white, then how do you say black in French? Is it
noir.
Is it wonk? Is it wonk?
N-O-I-R, noir.
Is it wonk? You sure it's not wonk?
It's not wonk. So, when you ever hear somebody talk about film noir,
yes,
literally means black film, but it has that. Yeah. So blackness doesn't necessarily translate well because all those movies in the 1940s were black and white. Yes. So it's more about the film style than anything else. But yeah, film noir is black film.
Interesting. All right. Learned a little French today.
There you go. You learned 2 words then.
I learned 2 words and I made up a word.
There you go. So this is a co-op game. I believe you can play it with a friend. I want to say it's online and local. Not 100% sure of that, but vibes of It Takes Two, right? So it's it's a puzzle game where a wolf cub and a fawn have to travel and I think reunite with their family, I think is like part of the story. And it's in like black and white, right? So it's got that limited color palette. It looked very cute. Looked like the puzzles seemed kind of interesting. And it's a new game. It's the first I heard about it. I was very excited for it. So coming to the Switch. And I think with any of these games, it's probably going to come to other platforms too, but at the moment, I think it's just the Switch.
Oh, okay. I'm sure a game like this will come out on other platforms. I can't imagine it being like a Switch exclusive.
Yeah.
Then we got Return to Monkey Island. What a game! So that's coming out. I think this was leaked also, if I'm not mistaken. I could have sworn that Return to Monkey Island was like something that people already kind of like were heard about. So I don't think anybody was shocked at this.
Yeah. So the sad news about this, right? So this is done by one of the original creators, Ron Gilbert, who did the first games while he was working for LucasArts back when LucasArts was still a thing, and they made amazing games. So this was kind of part of their point and click adventure series. Amazing games. They made 4 of them. 3 on the PC exclusively. The 4th one was also on console. They're all amazing. This new one, I think, takes place after part 2. So there's some characters and whatever, if you know the series, like the the voodoo shaman, and I think LeChuck
so this is like
was in this.
So they had 4 or 5 games, but this is the prequel to the 3rd one.
Sequel to the 2nd one, I think.
2nd one.
Yeah, okay. I think, yeah, I guess it would be the prequel to the 3rd one. I think that's kind of how that fits in.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the sad news.
Are you excited? Did you play these games?
Oh yeah, yeah. Monkey Island's amazing. Okay. Yeah, Monkey Island is great. Soundtrack's great. The humor is like on point. Like really holds up still. They did a lot of interesting things. The sad news is if you look at the art style of this, and you compare it to the older games. It is different. And the internet let Ron Gilbert know. So much so that he's like, nah, F this. Y'all, you're not going to get any more game updates. Because he was doing stuff on Twitter and whatever else, letting kind of people know about the development cycle and how things are going. And the internet, being the internet, was so toxic, Ron was like, no. Yeah. This is really sad. I was listening to or watching... Review Tech USA, he was doing a little thing about it, and he got real upset about it, and I'm like, oh shoot. So,
I got to be honest.
Sad.
So
I love you, Ron.
I got to tell Ron. I wish I would, if I can counsel Ron a little bit. I tell my sister this all the time. With issues with people in general.
Yeah, yeah.
And we've already got the rated R. We're rated G. We already got the rated R version for this episode. So
yeah. Adults only.
So, you know what? You could tell these people to go fuck themselves. I don't care. Don't worry about them. I accept them for who they are. I literally just had this speech with my sister. I said, listen, you just accept them for who they are. Ron, accept the internet for what it is. It's toxic bullshit. You're gonna get it. And the way you get around that is not to care so much and kill them with kindness, right? Because when you let your guard down, and you don't show your poker face, they know they got you. They will continuously get on you, right? So I just don't give a shit. That's how I get through it, being on the internet. I don't give a shit. You know what? No, as Greg Miller said when he first started doing videos. No, you suck, and that's the truth.
There you go. Toss it right back at him.
So, but yeah, I don't give a shit about Monkey Island.
Really?
No, I don't. I never played the original.
It's 100% narrative adventure. It's got a great story. It's got good humor.
It was TT Games. That's not really TT Games. It's Telltale, but can't say it right, so I always say TT Games. It's TT Games before TT Games. But, started. Yes, I understand.
Yeah. I think you should give it a go when it ends up coming out. I think you'll have a good time with it.
Isn't the original? Didn't they put out an original for the PS4?
They did remasters of I believe 1 and 2, and you can toggle between the graphics. That was like in the 360 era, 360 PS3 era, I think.
All right. Well, there's your idea for a Christmas gift this year. Boom.
I don't know if they have a physical out for that.
I could have sworn there was a physical on the PS4.
Maybe. I'll take a look.
A game that everybody knew was coming. Moving along, a game that everybody knew was coming. When Nintendo announced the Direct, we knew this would be kind of the star of the show, but it wasn't the star of the show. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and it's still coming out this year.
This wasn't the star of the show for you? Wow, I'm curious.
It wasn't the star of the show.
Did we already have the star of the show,
good.
or the star of the show is coming up? Because I'm actually confused right now.
Well, we'll talk about it. Talk about it. I will clear up any confusion. But we knew this was going to be there. right? Like this was something that if we know that Ubisoft said they weren't going to have an event, even though after this Nintendo Direct they said they were going to have an event at Gamescom and have a Mario plus Rabbids sort of showcase with the gameplay. It looked good. I just want to play this game. I'm ready to play the game.
It looks amazing. Well, we found we got more info about it. You can now play as Rosalina. You can now play as Bowser, right?
Yes, that was a thing. That was like the mic drop at the end. Plays Bowser.
And they it seems that they got rid of the rigid grid-based movement system, which I'm a little upset about. I'll have to see. I'm still going to play it, but
well, what is it they're upset? They had to they showed the demo where you can kick your opponent 3 times and then shoot them because you don't have that grid. Just because you have radiuses now, but you can kind of freely move within those radiuses. Yeah, it makes it more like an action-y game as opposed to a tactic strategy game, right? Because they want to get more people. They want to get more people invested. They want more people to be invested and buy it. They want more people like me to buy it and be involved. And
it's just not. Well, I mean, you loved the first one. You were already in it.
I didn't finish it. It got a little tough towards the middle. Of the game. Yeah. The second half.
Sure did. I don't know. I mean, it's just not. It's just kind of not my jam. It's. We'll see. I mean, I'm still gonna play it. It still could be amazing, but. I just like the grid. It's just nice. It's nice. I don't know.
All right. Well, you know what will excite you, because I knew this would excite you. Rail grid.
No. Don't even. I put this on there. This wasn't even in the notes.
Because I know you were excited. I knew. No. I knew you were excited about this.
Because this game is awesome. It is a train.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So I was right. You're excited about this game. Rail grid.
Train building simulator. It looks very cool. It is grid based, right? So you kind of build things. They're on like a grid. You build a railway system. You go through missions. So you have to kind of we need to bring this coal over here and power this, and it was all these cool little things. Just looked really cool. I love trains. It's a nice little strategy train building game. Very excited for this. Okay. I don't know what else this is coming out for. I want to assume it's coming out on PC too, and maybe other consoles. But
I thought this was a console, one of those console exclusive console release. Is it going to release on Switch first? But I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I'm about that.
I'm trying to see on their website. Regardless, I'm going to get it though. Oh, it is. It is actually coming to PC and Switch. Yeah.
So. Oh, okay, well, a console exclusive, maybe. Yeah. So, Dave, I have to tell you something.
Oh, God.
All right?
I'm afraid then.
No, don't be afraid.
Oh, I'm so afraid.
Be excited. Be excited. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because this was my game of the show! This next game was my game of the show. Okay. It was a pleasant surprise. Sonic Frontiers. We finally got actual real gameplay and a little walkthrough of what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest. It should have came out maybe 20 years ago or 15 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It is kind of the Ocarina of Time of the Sonic games, right? It is Mario 64 for Sonic.
I'd say it's the Breath of the Wild. That's what it wants to be.
Okay, modern version.
That's what it
Breath
wants
of the Wild.
To be. Yeah.
It's the It is Sonic open world game where you can go. What was the Mario game that came out? Mario plus not Rabbids. What was the Mario game? Bowser's Fury, right?
Yeah.
I know you didn't play it, but it is Sonic meets Bowser's Fury, because Bowser's Fury is just the same way. It's sort of like an open world Mario game. You go to this section and do the platforms and
sure, yeah. I played the Bowser's Fury.
Okay, this is a little bit more open worldy, but yeah,
it's a lot more open worldy. Yeah.
open world Sonic game where you're traversing the land and you can go here and you use your speed. And this is open world is perfect for Sonic because he's all about speed and you can run and you know, I'm assuming get speed power ups to even run even faster and you go this side of the world to this side of the world. Like that is awesome.
I feel
this
like
is
they'll
the Sonic
set it
game
up.
that everybody wanted. This is the Sonic game that everybody wanted to have.
I feel like
20 years ago.
I feel like they'll set it up in a way that you can do all the fun stuff. The thing that I want to know is that's gonna get boring. You gotta have good missions. Who are you gonna talk to? What's the town folk look like? You know.
Well, we know he's not going to kiss any more humans because they've confirmed that.
Which is good. I don't need him. I don't need him crossing boundaries like that. That's crazy. Hedgehog on female love. That's a little weird. It's a little weird. A little weird.
I wonder what the kids will look like. So,
Oh God.
yeah.
It's a Rule 34 situation. Someone's definitely made artwork of that online. I can guarantee you.
So,
Am I going to look that up after the show? Who knows?
all right, getting freaky over here. Look, I'm just
Listen,
saying,
you brought it up, Dan. Not me.
I'm just saying, this is the Sonic game that everybody wanted.
Yeah.
Right? Like everybody talked about. Everybody wanted an open world Sonic game. We got a little bit about that with Sonic Adventures, and people wanted a Sonic Adventures 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big Sonic Adventure fan. I see what they were trying to do at the time. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but this could potentially be the best Sonic game since the original trilogy came out.
Wow. Let's not go crazy, Dan.
Come on. You know what? Reports, we didn't talk about it, but all the reports said that they were going for a highly rated Sonic game for the first time in 20 years, to be honest.
I don't know why they wouldn't try that with every Sonic game. Wouldn't that be your goal? We want this to be a highly rated Sonic game. I mean, that should be table stakes. But no, I mean, I know what you're saying. They really want to go all out.
They got tired of Sonic being a whipping boy. The movies have done great.
Movies are
Sonic
good.
To bring Sonic back into into the mainstream.
And Mania was great too. So
Mania was great, and that was sort of the the original style of the original 3-4 games.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted to make a newer game, highly rated, critically acclaimed game, right? So I think potentially they could have succeeded, except for the original launch trailer didn't look as good as people thought it should look.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
People still criticize the look of this game. I want to say my message to people would be to give it a chance. Don't worry too much about the look. Is it fun? Because if it is, get a Sonic Frontiers 2 and it'll look amazing. They'll focus more on the graphics too. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So give this game a try.
Coming out this holiday, so
give this game a try. And this was my game of the show, to be honest. I'm saying right now.
Okay.
Just put it out there. Because I was surprised. I didn't think we would get gameplay like that.
Oh, okay.
Of Sonic Frontiers.
Sure.
Microsoft, of course, had to be present in a Nintendo Direct because they're all buddy. And Minecraft Legends, a game that was announced, it leaked and then announced at Microsoft Bethesda and Microsoft Showcase.
Yeah.
Coming out on Games Pass, is also coming to the Switch. And I gotta imagine that Microsoft Legends is coming to PlayStation as well.
Minecraft Legends.
I mean Minecraft, yes.
Microsoft Legends is the story of Bill Gates.
And Steve Ballmer since he owns the club.
Oh, and Steve Ballmer. That's right. Developers. Yeah. Oh, sweatiest man in tech. Sorry.
They did. Well, speaking of sweaty, we're both sweaty because it's hot.
There you go. Welcome to summertime.
It's a scorcher. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then we talk about Dragon Quest Treasures.
Sure.
Right. I guess you're really excited about that. You're a big Dragon Quest fan. Me, not so much. Dragon Quest Builders is where I enter and exit Dragon Quest.
Mm-hmm. The other ones are traditional RPG style. So this one a little bit different. Yeah, but kind of the same vein as the other Dragon Quest games. So, not a warrior style game, not a builder style game, but it's got that Akira Toriyama style, which is which is always nice to see. That man makes good art.
Then we got Portal Companion Collection, right?
Yep.
So that's coming out on the Switch. I was surprised about this too. I'm not gonna lie. When this came out and I saw the Portal, I was like, "Wow, this is okay."
Even though it's like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
amazing game.
Still got me that they coming out. It's coming out on the Switch.
And it also was motion
coming out
aim.
everywhere.
Right.
Yeah,
it also was motion
coming
aim,
out everywhere,
which is good.
And it has to, right? To have motion, like the Portal and motion aim going through, the different portals makes sense using the Joy-Con.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And I called it as soon as the Persona series, Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal were announced at Microsoft's and Bethesda showcase. I said, it's going to be in a Nintendo Direct too. I didn't think it would end it, but it's definitely coming. Persona 3 Portal, Persona 4 Golden, Persona 5 Royal are not only coming to Xbox and PS5. To be fair, it's also coming to PS5. They're coming to the Switch. So that makes sense. Right. And I think this is going to be sort of a test to see how it does. So the next Persona game may come out on the Switch as well.
Well, I mean, there's no reason not to. And I'm surprised Sega took so long. Because they own it. Atlas is the developer, right? But Sega owns Atlas. And why lock it to the PlayStation? I get that they're weird games. They are very weird. You have talked about.
Very Japanese. They're very Japanese centric game.
Right. Started off on the PlayStation. Sega didn't own it. Atlas owned it before Atlas got bought out, and then Sega got it. But Sega realizes there's money in the banana stand. I mean, they put it on PC and it sold well.
They put it on PC. It sold well. Let's see what it does on the Xbox, and let's see what it does on the Switch. And if it does well enough, then the next Persona game, Persona 6 or whatever spinoff, may come. I mean, Persona 5 Strikers actually did pretty well too on Switch. I brought it on the Switch.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it on the PS4.
Yeah.
So I brought it on the Switch. So
good game.
And that's it. That's it for the Nintendo Direct. If you had to give the Direct a grade, what would you give it? I know you would give it an A. It's the best Direct ever. Dan, it's the best Direct Mini ever in the world.
Looking at
new showcase or Direct is the best they ever did.
Looking at all of these games, can you honestly tell me you were kind of like, eh?
I was a little underwhelmed. Yes, I was very underwhelmed. I was a little underwhelmed.
We can't get any first-party games because it's a partner Direct. It's technically a mini. This was a pretty big mini.
Nier Automata, good game. Okay, good. That's a good port of a good port of an old game. Super Bomberman R2, that was a surprise. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, yeah, that's okay. Pac-Man World repack, that was good. That was one of my games. That was my second game in the show.
Okay.
I was surprised on that.
Wow.
Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope. We already knew that was coming. Sonic Frontiers. That was a mic drop moment. Should have ended with that, to be honest. Minecraft Legends. We already saw that. Portal Companion Collection. That was cool. And the Persona series, we knew that was coming. We knew that was coming when it was on Xbox.
Confirmation is good though. I mean,
I thought this was just okay. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to grade it.
All right.
I'm going to grade it on the Dave scale. It was.
Wait. If I'm going to give it an A, all right, I will switch my thing to fantastic. You're saying A on the low end or on the high end?
And the low end.
Oh my God! Get out of here! All right, folks.
So
folks.
let's we gotta just if for the uninitiated, for the people who are first listening to the show, Dave, we do a lot of rating on the Dave scale.
That's
okay,
right.
And the Dave scale
is very important, highly scientific.
Is it's a 4-point scale. I try to get a 5th point in. We just can't find that 5th point.
Started off with a 3-point scale. It wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be a.
So it's fantastic. If
And
love
you gotta say it like that too. It's through the roof.
Yeah, you gotta leave it in. You gotta leave it in there. It's on the good end, and on the low end, and trash.
That's right. That's right.
That is on the bottom.
It's trash.
You're
not bringing it home to your family, right? You're not gonna bring it into the house. You're ashamed of this game. It's just not good.
I wouldn't say all of that, but okay.
That's what trash means, Dan. Trash is trash. Trash tier.
Well,
throw it in the garbage.
Trash? Do you not have trash in your house? Do you not have a trash can in your house?
Listen.
So you do bring it in your house.
Listen. I may have Barbie Horse Adventures, but that is not front and center. Jewel case opens. Guys, take a look at this game I got. All right? No, it's trash. Barbie Horse Adventures.
All right. Well, you know what? The Nintendo Direct Mini wasn't trash, but it was on the low end.
Yeah. Wow, this guy. You are supremely jaded, Dan. I don't know what you were expecting. This is a partner showcase for the Nintendo, and we got new announcements.
I was expecting more. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I was expecting just a little bit more.
I see that. I
have high expectations for my Direct Mini partner showcase. I have a little bit more.
Dan expects excellence, folks.
Yeah, I was expecting Halo Infinite campaign co-op on the Switch. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
That level.
That'd be really funny.
I was expecting that level. That level of greatness on the Switch. Okay.
All right. Well, anyway.
All right. Let's move on. Let's talk about EA. EA didn't officially have like an EA Play, right? At least yet, right? During the E3 season. But there is a big rumor out there that I kept hearing about that EA is reportedly working on a new Marvel fighting game. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited and nervous at the same time because I'm excited to have a new fighting game with Marvel characters. I'm nervous because it is in the hands of EA.
Well, yeah, they don't. Now, they have third-party studios that have made fighting games in the past, sure, but the EA internal teams, they don't really have, like, besides Fight Night, that's a boxing game. It's different. All right? They don't really have a fighting game series that's like EA's. You know,
I'm good for new IP. I'm good for new IP, right? This is not a Marvel versus Capcom type of situation. That is obviously made by Capcom. This is a new. This is going to be a new IP, a new fighting game, right? I love the X-Men fighting game series that was on the original PlayStation, right? Like I even did one of those for Saturday Morning Retro. I love that series. That's the level of fighting. Like I want that type of fighting game. What's probably more realistic, what's going to happen if this is true, it's probably going to be like an MCU fighting game, right? Only characters that are in the MCU, maybe with some story background.
Well,
and it's going to be a multiplayer, online-centric game for the most part.
Well, you think it's going to be like a tournament fighter, like Street Fighter?
It's going to be like the launch Street Fighter V. There you go.
Oh no! Don't say that, then.
That's what it's going to be.
The launch of Street Fighter V was notoriously bad. It was trash on the Dave scale.
It's not going to have an arcade mode.
It was terrible.
It's not going to have an arcade. It's not going to have
I don't want it.
Mode. And you're going to have to play online to get the most out of it. You're going to have to play people online. That's what it's going to be.
Well, yeah. You definitely know EA is going to do that with the game. Well, I hope it's not a fighting game. Capcom does that. That's Capcom's thing with Marvel and
I'm okay with competition.
Capcom.
I'm okay with competition because look at it this way: if EA puts out a decent fighting game with Marvel characters, that sets the bar. That pushes Capcom to say, you know what, the last Marvel vs. Capcom sucked. So let's
it wasn't great.
Let's do better and make it better. Right?
Well,
now Disney owns Fox and they own the X-Men series officially, right? Because they technically could have used X-Men in Marvel vs. Capcom, the last one, right?
But no, they didn't ink that deal then. I don't think it was.
There's no deal that. No. There's no deal to ink. They could have used X-Men characters in that in there.
They didn't own Fox yet.
They don't need to.
When Infinite came out?
Fox only owns the movie rights to X-Men. They don't own memorabilia and the rights in video game. And cartoons and comic books.
Well,
Fox, Marvel, Disney. Disney
right,
was trying to snuff and if they didn't own it, they wanted to snuff it out to snuff out the popularity so they could buy it back.
Well, I heard they wanted to just center it around the characters who are only in the MCU. To kind of bring parity to. They wanted to bring parity to the movie series.
They wanted to prop up the MCU, and
right.
Remember, around this time, the X-Men that we knew and grew up with in the comics and in the cartoons, they were snuffing that out in the comic wise.
Right.
They were snuffing that out. They were rewriting, all new X-Men characters, right? Using sporadically the ones that we know about. They were using younger characters.
Yeah.
And, Fantastic Four, they said they're not making any more issues of that. They were really trying. If they didn't own it, they weren't going to continue the popularity in other venues, right?
Right.
Comic books, cards, cartoons.
Right.
They're going to snuff that out because they just don't own the movie right. But now that they own the movie right.
Yeah. But that wouldn't have that wouldn't have saved Infinite. It was a budget issue, and that was on Capcom.
I think no. You were totally right. But
that's why that game was bad. Yeah.
I think if they would have had X-Men characters, I think it would have been
fans would have been less upset. Yeah.
It would have been. Yeah. So put it this way, if you give that game a 6 for the way it was, it would have been a 7.5, maybe an 8, or definitely a 7 with X-Men characters.
Maybe 6.5. I would give it half a point. Because it still didn't play well.
If you read or listen to any reviews from like GameSpot or IGN, the first thing they say is it doesn't have X-Men characters, so this is an already jaded reviewer.
I mean, of course, because I mean, like Wolverine was there since the beginning, almost like, or Cyclops or Iceman, like they
didn't have 3,
been in there.
and you couldn't have 3 fighters, right? It was only 2 fighters.
Yeah, which was the style of the first Marvel vs. Capcom was only 2.
I always
MVC2 had the 3 characters. Yeah.
I always get Ryu and Wolverine.
Wolverine,
and then when it's 3, I get Ryu, Wolverine, either Storm or Cyclops.
Sure.
So I need somebody to do like a big, like the big special move, like Cyclops, the big beam, or Storm, like the
Storm was OP in weather. Storm was OP in 2. Yeah. Now, do you actually think though that Marvel is gonna license out to Capcom as well during this time? Because this is it.
So Disney is taking their games, video games, the video game medium seriously, right? And they're spreading out their IP to different studios to make different style games.
Sure.
And they saw that Marvel vs. Capcom sucked, the last one, Infinite, and I think they're going to try something different with a different twist, and I think it's going to be online. I just hope it's not all online. I hope it has some single player element to it, right?
Yeah.
But it's EA, and EA wants to make money, so it will be online, components to it.
I mean, if it's just costumes and whatever, it's okay.
And I think Capcom versus Marvel style game will be in the works. They just won't come out around,
it's going to be like apart. 2 years down the line. Yeah. I would rather
but it still needs to be worked on now, right? So I think they'll still be working on it, but it just won't come out at the same time.
I would rather just have Capcom back at the helm again.
Do you know what I want? They just
need to pump more money into it.
I want a Tekken style fighting game.
3D. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be cool. That could be cool.
Yeah. And that's totally different. And that's totally different than Marvel vs. Capcom, right?
Well,
so give me a 3D, give me a Marvel 3D
3D
fighting game. Give me a 3D, give me a Dragon Ball Z or Tekken style fighting game with Marvel characters.
Yeah. If Namco was working on it, I'd go, okay. They got some pedigree there. If Sega was working on it, there's some pedigree there. EA, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, they get, EA had the budget to buy the license.
Right. Yeah. So good on them. Good on them for securing it.
Hopefully there's a Killer Instinct in the works too, Microsoft. If you're listening, you should be listening. Please listen. All right. Well, I gotta tell you, if this fighting game is in the style of Street Fighter V, everyone's gonna be pissed off at EA. But you know what? Being pissed off at EA is no new thing. Because everyone's always pissed off at EA. EA was like the worst company in the world to work for like 2 or 3 straight years, a couple of years ago, right? Mm-hmm. So now everybody's pissed off at EA for something different. And something different and simple as a tweet. So I don't know if you're familiar with It's a 10 but challenge that was on TikTok, where you say, listen, this is a 10, but. Right. And people, throw a whole bunch of things in there. Dave's a great guy.
I'm a 10. You could just end it right there.
But he likes Super Mario Brothers 3 more than World. So I mean, come on, he's not. He's definitely he could use some work, right? That's what I would say.
Dan's a 10, but he thinks Queens is better than Brooklyn.
Well, that's just
there
true.
There you go. See, we all have our faults, Dan.
It's just true. It's just true. Okay. But an EA got into the swing of things and angered everybody on the internet, as they said, it's a 10, but you only like single player games.
Yep, they're a 10, but they only like single player games. And
I mean, they're putting down single player gamers. You know what? Since this is already a rated R show, fuck you, EA. You damn right I like single player games.
Well, it's funny because immediately Blair Brown, who I believe worked on the original and is now working on Jedi Survivor, the sequel to Fallen Order, is just having an existential crisis at the fact that my publisher doesn't know what me or my team does. Because that game was specifically made
single player.
With zero online, no microtransactions, none of that. $60 for the game, and you got the game, and that's it. Full single player experience, and it was amazing. And they did that.
You didn't have to go and pay for Darth Vader to be in the game at all.
No. There were no microtransactions, and they did that specifically because of Battlefront 2, right? Battlefront, yeah. I think because of Battlefront 2, they had a big backlash. They said, "No, we got this. You're gonna go ahead and love this game," and it was great. Jedi Fallen Order, very close to being Game of the Year for us in 2019, I think.
Still the game. It's still the Game of the Year in my heart.
Yeah, that's an amazing game. It had some bugs. But very good game. So yeah, weird for EA to put that out there. They tried to be funny, but you gotta be real careful. You gotta be real careful when you end up tweeting.
I think if it would have been the other way around, he's a 10 or it's a 10, but they only like multiplayer games. I don't think it would have been as bad. No, because there's a million multiplayer games out there. That's not really ever a threat. Multiplayer games, but single player. That's all you have is multiplayer games. Take a look at Hyenas. Even though I'm not gonna lie, Hyenas looks pretty good.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you came around on that.
Yeah, still don't want to play it.
Okay.
Let's shift gears. Let's talk about. We went from EA, a big company. Let's talk about another big company, Activision Blizzard, which is still waiting to finalize a deal with Microsoft. Right, they're being bought out by Microsoft. But that's not going to stop them from buying another studio, which, funny enough, just shut down their Battle Royale multiplayer game, Spellbound, because the studio is being bought by Activision Blizzard, which is being bought by Microsoft. Spell break. Small correction. Spell break, sorry.
Yeah, spell break. This is actually funny because a friend of mine used to work for Proletariat.
I was thinking about Scalebound, another game that got shut down also.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's a company. My friend didn't work for that company, but he did work for Proletariat for a little bit. He's a artist. He used to work for Riot, and then he moved back to the East Coast. He was with Proletariat for a little bit. He's like, you got to try Spellbreak, and I never got around to playing it because it's a free-to-play fighting game, so it does have some microtransaction, whatever, this and that. He wasn't a part of that. He just made really cool art, which is awesome. But he's no longer with Proletariat, and I think that's a good thing because now they're working on WoW. So, and woof. I mean, WoW is WoW. You know, it's got some pedigree. It's got a long history, but I don't know about you. If there was a passion project that I was working on, a thing that I came up with my company or whatever, I got this great idea for this game, right? It's going to be this, whatever. And then somebody comes along and gives us a big sack of money and says, oh, we want to go ahead and buy you up. And I say, oh, the money's really good. I think we should do it. And you do it. And then they say, you know what? We're shutting your game down and you got to work on this other thing. I would be crushed.
Listen, if Disney or Microsoft wants to come in and buy a Rated G for gamers and then shut it down and put us on Major Nelson's podcast, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Done. Sold. Where do I sign? Do you need me to notarize? I'll do it right now. I'll put pen to paper. I'll do it.
Is this Kingdom Hearts? Because you're being the heartless right now, Dan. Well, I get it to a degree. I get it to a degree, but
wait. IGN wants to buy Rated G for gamers and then put us out of business so that we can be on Podcast Beyond, Unlocked, and then Nintendo Voice
couldn't
Chat.
talk
Beyond.
about Rated G ever
Beyond.
again. Couldn't do anything
Beyond.
with Rated G. Everything is shut
Beyond.
down. It's done.
Beyond.
You can't talk
Beyond.
about it. Oh, this guy's got no heart.
Beyond.
This guy's got no heart.
I'll sign.
This guy's
I'll
got no
sign
heart.
right now. I'll sign right now. I'll take, first of all, I know, if you're watching the video, I always wear the Rated G for gamers shirt.
I feel like that's your
It's
only
a uniform.
wardrobe.
It's the only thing I have is closet.
Uniform. It's pretty
It's a
solid
uniform.
uniform, all things considered.
It's
Yeah.
a uniform. It's a uniform. The uniform. I will trade this uniform in, okay, if they have to buy us. So yes. You know what? I would.
I don't know about that. I got to see how much the sack of money is. All right, it's got to have a bunch of zeros attached to it.
Oh yeah, a lot of zeros.
Yeah, we ain't cheap.
Well,
we ain't cheap.
Well, you know what has a lot of.
Go ahead. What has a lot of?
I can't
zeros,
even. Can't even transition out of that.
We're talking about Atari. There you go.
I can't. Well, you know, it has a lot of. It has a lot of zeros for.
I don't know where you're going with this. Atari is 50. Atari is 50. All right.
What do you know? You know what has 1 0 in it? 50.
There you go. The 50-year anniversary of Atari, which is crazy.
Well, okay. Wait. So I really got to talk to you, the elder statesman. How did it feel when you first played Atari? When it first came out, when you were in college, how did it feel? I mean, was it amazing?
I don't know, Dan, because that never happened. I had it. We had it in the house because I had an older brother. I still have an older brother. That fact still remains. He's still living. Yeah. So we had an Atari in the house. We had two of them actually because one of them broke.
So Atari came out in 1972. Really?
No. The Atari console came out in 77, but Atari as a company, I think they had some arcade hits in the mix, like Pong, right? I believe Pong was an Atari
Atari
creation.
Atari was founded in 1972. That is crazy,
right? And they had that weird ass Pong machine, which if you ever seen one in person, it is weird.
I remember that. I remember seeing that. I don't remember it. It was probably a relic it was a relic that was still in the arcade that didn't work. But I remember seeing the Pong machine. Well, to celebrate the 50th anniversary, the 1-0. You know what else has 1-0?
I don't know.
90. Okay. Because to celebrate their 50th anniversary, they put out the new Atari collection with over 90 games.
And this is not just
and it's coming
Atari.
Out, and it's not just Atari. It's coming out. And they will have some rare Atari games, which is weird to talk about, like, games that are rare in the Atari collection.
Sure.
But I'll just say that it's coming out on the Atari VCS, if you were wondering. PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4,
I was
Xbox
Dan.
Series
I need to know.
X, S,
Mm-hmm.
1, and I think it's even coming out on the Switch. But you know what it's
everything.
not coming out on? No,
Stadia.
it's not. No, it's not coming out on everything. It's not coming out on everything. It's not coming out on Stadia.
It certainly should come out on Stadia, but I mean, they're I don't know why they're still in business.
Listen,
I don't know why they haven't shut it down yet.
Listen, this is the only game that's NPC. This is the only game that's not only coming out on all the major consoles, it's also coming out on the Atari VCS.
And not the Stadia. Yep.
And not Stadia.
Yep. Well,
Stadia is dead.
This is really cool because there's going to have a lot of, I think they're going to have like interviews and whatever on there too. A lot of backstory stuff, a lot of in-depth stuff, as well as like remasters of old games. So we're getting a New Year's Revenge, right? Which is kind of like a small reimagining of it with like brand new graphics and whatnot, which is awesome. We get the crazy, I don't even know if this ever came out, the Sword Quest series. There was supposed to be 4 of them, right? Earth, fire,
I don't know. Did it?
Water, and wind, or air, I guess. I'm 99% sure only 3 out of the 4 came out. I don't think air was part of it. I think they wanted to put it out. It's kind of notorious because they had a whole big contest behind it, and yeah, canceled. Air World never came out. So they did Earth, Fire, and Water, and they had a contest behind each one. They had this weird ass like puzzle that you had to solve that was in the game, and in like the instruction book there was like some hints with some stuff, and you had to do a specific set of events, carry a bunch of stuff around. You would get these codes, you would decipher what it is, you mail the thing in, and they give you some like jewel encrusted sword or a helmet or I think one of them was a shield maybe, or like a grail, and they were going to do it with all 4 games, right? You win this big prize. I think there was a cash prize, and you won this like cool thing. They never ended up doing Air World, I guess, because, you know, Atari crashed or whatever. It's a weird game. You kind of move from room to room, and some rooms are like there's no challenge, and some of them have like these weird challenge levels. And yeah, they're all sorts of weird. You got to make it through. You got to pick up these items, bring them to certain rooms. I don't know. I have a special place in my heart for that game. I remember playing it back in the day.
Well, they're gonna have Cybermorph and the illustrious, elusive Atari Kart,
right?
A racing game that came out for both games came out on Atari Jaguar. That
yep.
Cybermorph you can get. Not expensive, but Atari Karts is one of the most expensive Atari Jaguar games. It's like $600 if you want to buy that game.
Yeah.
You know, so that's coming out too. So that's actually not a bad collection if you want. You know, like I'm looking for it. I hope there's a physical. That's the thing that I want. That's the thing that I hope. That's the thing that I long for. Is that if it's a physical edition. I'm gonna say
yeah, because it's the 50th anniversary. Why would you not kind of go out there? I do. I really hope so, because that would really kind of be neat if there was a special edition with a bunch of stuff, maybe like an Atari joystick kind of figurine type thing that you could put on your shelf. That would be really cool. Oh, you know, okay. You know what? You went all in. I didn't think about a special edition. I didn't think about like a golden joystick. Yeah, okay. It's the 50th, man. You gotta really go all out.
Then how about this? Not just the joystick, but the whole like original Atari console.
Oh, I would take that too. Yeah. There's a lot of really cool stuff you can do with it.
We got a Genesis. We got Sonic standing on a Genesis console, for God's sake. Why can't we get like the original Atari with the joysticks? I could see that happening. That would work.
Yeah. And you're not wrong about Atari cards, Dan. That's like $400 or $500, and that's at a minimum. That's at a minimum.
That's all complete in box. I haven't seen any loose in a long time.
Yeah, which is weird. So. I guess it didn't really sell well. But
of course not. The game sucks, and it
looks like a banger,
console
Dan.
That sucks.
It looks like a banger. I'm sorry. I'm looking at these
All right.
graphics right now. It's crazy. It's giving Mario Kart a run for its money.
Well, it was 64-bit, right?
Yeah,
Before any other console.
that's right.
And I don't know if you can count, but 64 is more than 8, and 64 is more than 16.
Yeah, it's even more than
Yeah.
32. It's crazy.
There you go.
Yeah,
Right? 32x, right? It's more than 32.
that's right.
It is triple. I mean, it's double 32x.
Yeah, I was gonna say yes. Double 32.
There you go.
That's right. That's right. Although they kind of lied because it had two 32-bit co-processors. It did not have a 64-bit processor.
I missed the bit
in
wars,
that
man.
system.
I missed the bit wars. I wish it was. You know what? If you want this PS5, it has 1 billion bits.
Well, we have the teraflop wars now, right?
I know, but
That's a common measurement.
I want to go back to the bit wars. It was remember when everything used to be so easy? It was 8, 16, 32, 64-bit. Now, the PS5 is 5 million bits.
5 million teraflops, huh?
Eh.
I don't even know how many bits it would be if you could even measure that. But
That's what I'm saying. 5 million, 500 million, 5 billion. I don't know.
Right.
I'm just picking a number.
right.
I want the bit wars to come back, damn it. I want the
Okay.
bit wars to come back. All right. And our last bit of news. For the last 2 weeks, we've been talking about, games by state, right? Consoles by state, gaming franchises by state, all grown-up stuff. So I want to get into some grown-up stuff and sort of the news. There was a study done recently, and the study showed that majority of adults now want video games or think video games should be taught in school. I thought this was good. I thought this was going to be separate because a lot of adults think video games are the root of all the crimes that are
yeah, literally the Antichrist. Yeah.
But apparently adults, which kind of makes sense. Video games have been around. I mean, look, Atari's been around for 50 years, so
there you go.
Dominant. We're dominating. We run the world. Our generation and generation before us runs the world right now, right? And
the highest selling form of media now, I believe. Yeah,
it is. It's been that way for a while, though. That's the thing. We are making the rules because we run the world, and we accept video games. For, it's acceptable. Not like it was 50 years ago or 40 years ago.
Right.
Or even 20 years ago.
The stigma's mostly gone. I mean, there's some fringe.
There's some holdovers. But the stigma is pretty much, video games are wildly accepted, right? So, when I seen this study, I took it as not studying as far as etiquette, online etiquette, video games, maybe teaching how to use video games or not to separate video game sort of from reality, it's more so etiquette, like online etiquette. More so than video game.
So a lot of people have mentioned things like what's the word? Economic education and social education or whatever, right? Like dealing with online, right? Video games, social media,
clear communication.
Yeah, how to balance a checkbook and all that. Sure. Like how gaming can be used for good, right? How to be civil online. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things. Because I know when I was a kid, right? Well, when we were kids, we said some fucked up shit. Right? We'd hang out with friends, whatever. We would crack jokes, this and that, and it was okay. I'm gonna let everybody in. It was okay because there was no record of it. Right? The best you had was like a cassette tape of you fucking around with the little microphone, right? Recording whatever. And that's where it began and end, right? On this little piece of tape or whatever. We didn't have any online stuff. We didn't have MySpace even back then at the day, right? So all the dumb shit that we didn't get recorded. So if I had education in school, if I had a teacher say Dave, look, the shit you do out there, it doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? People are going to see it. They're going to judge you for it, whatever. You know, you need to be responsible when you're out there. Don't do like dumb shit.
And it
Or
can
here's what's
come
gonna
back to
happen.
bite you in the ass when you get older and you want to
Yeah.
run for public office.
Exactly. I want to
So.
see the day, you know, President Ninja, right, has to say, well, that one game you had of Fortnite, and you dropped the N-bomb, right, saying yada, yada, yada. It's like, well, right?
Yeah.
You gotta atone for your sins.
So I took this study to be more on the younger side, but the study was actually done with college kids.
Okay.
And 88% of the people who took the sort of this study said that they would major in video games if it was a legit career, like you could major it in school. And they would do it.
I mean, we do have some like esports careers, right? We talked about that. I think maybe last year or whatever, right? There's some schools that are.
Yeah, there was a college in Chicago that gave out. I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago. That we talked about. There was the first college to offer scholarships for esports.
Yeah,
and it was in Chicago.
Which, to be fair, there is a high level of skill. Takes a lot of work to get there, right? You're not just naturally good. These people put in a hell of a ton of time. Right, like Ninja's been doing Fortnite for years, right? And that's exclusively the game that he plays, except when he tried to play Gears once.
And like any other sport, it's a young man's game.
That's right. That's right. Hell yeah, it's a young man's game.
It's a young man's game. I don't have the risk skills I used to have when I was a kid.
Oh, I don't think anybody does anymore. Yeah.
And the finger button, yeah.
Funny enough, I was watching a Tetris documentary like a day or two ago, and this is for the original Nintendo Tetris, and the championships and whatever. Most, if not all, of the competitors were younger than us, and most of them, I think, like half of them were under 25, which is insane. That's insane. That's insane.
But guess what? You're missing one important point in what you just said.
What's that?
Players were under 25 and younger than that. Okay?
Yeah.
Because, I just turned 25. So they were younger than me. Okay? But
This guy. I got to get you. I know I'm getting a math book for Christmas for you. All right? I'll get you like basic remedial math, all right? You need the basics.
But the coaches, managers, and team leaders, team owners are our age, okay? They got gray in their hair, and they're the ones that are running it, right?
Sure. Yeah, it was just,
we can be a coach.
Crazy.
We can be a coach. Crazy. We can be a coach. I can be an esports coach.
Right?
I can be an esports coach.
I don't know about that.
We got to work together. Come on. All right, everybody.
It's more than just clapping, Dan. All right? It's more than just clapping and wearing polo shirts.
Come on. Oh, I'm gonna say, listen. Whenever you feel can't do it anymore, I want you to look at that Super Mario World poster and let that give you inspiration. It's the best game ever. Let Mario and Yoshi inspire you. Let the cape inspire you to win.
All right. Pat Riley, you are not. All right, you need some work.
Okay.
You need some work.
Let's go.
Go work on that triangle.
I gotta get my clapping right. I gotta get my clapping right.
All right.
And that's Phil Jackson with the triangle, not Pat Riley.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. So they're both
legends.
That's it. That's it for the news. Dave, you got any good extended weekend plans? It's 4th of July.
That's right. It's the 4th of July, baby. Celebrating our independence, eating hot dogs and burgers like a good man should. I am going to Philly. My friends got a new place out in the suburbs. They're having a party. So I'm going to go there, spend a couple days out there. Very excited. Yeah, should be good.
Okay.
How about you?
I did tell you that I had something that I haven't told you.
Yeah, a little something.
Surprise to you.
Yeah.
But I got Verizon Fios for cable, and they gave me Disney Plus for free for 6 months. So I am almost caught up with all of the Marvel shows, baby. I saw WandaVision.
Yeah.
I binged WandaVision. I binged Hawkeye. I saw Shao Ling with the 10 Rings. I forgot the name. Forgot his name. Sorry. Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
I watched that.
Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I binge watched Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Nice. Loki?
All right, and I just finished Loki last night. I finished
Nice.
Loki last night.
Nice.
I just started Moon Knight, so I just started that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So I am pretty much caught up. I'm almost caught up.
Yeah, Moon Knight's the last one.
In everything that's happening with the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
What was your favorite TV series out of them?
The favorite one? That's. I gotta say, WandaVision surprised me.
Yeah.
WandaVision.
Okay.
I like the different intros with the different eras of television.
Right.
Okay.
50s, 60s, 70s. Yeah.
They had 90s and 2000s too.
That's right. Yeah, they got up to Malcolm in the Middle.
That surprised me. I really liked that one. I think that would be really that would be my favorite. But I think Falcon and Winter Soldier was the most enjoyable one.
Okay. Definitely the most straightforward out of all of them. You know.
It was, and maybe that's why I liked it. I would say Hawkeye I would put last.
Oh wow! Okay.
Loki surprised me. I thought it was gonna be weird, but Loki surprised me.
Loki is definitely weird because it gets into the multiverse stuff and multiple Lokis. It's just crazy. And like the TVA, which I didn't really know about the TVA.
I did. I knew about them briefly. Mm-hmm. I will say this though, the first two, because I did watch WandaVision first and Falcon and Winter Soldier second, and I got spoiled because the other two shows, Falcon and Loki, didn't have any. They didn't have, like, at the last episode, they didn't have anything after the credits.
Oh, yeah, I guess not.
They didn't have any tidbits after the credits.
Right.
The first two did, but the last two I watched did.
Right.
So I was hoping to see something out of it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't get anything, so I was a little disappointed at that. Like nothing. Like I didn't get nothing.
Did you see the new Doctor Strange yet? Then
I saw Doctor Strange first.
Oh wow!
Before I watched WandaVision, so I was a little confused. I was a little confused. Tie in.
Yeah. She went a little. Went a little haywire.
But I did watch Doctor Strange. No, I saw Doctor Strange. Saw Doctor Strange. All
right. Yeah. That's right. That's right. We talked about it. I forgot. Okay. All right. Good deal. Oh, I love it.
So I don't. Yeah, so I watched that before I watched WandaVision. So I didn't. I was kind of like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna roll with it.
Okay.
So, Doctor Strange. I mean, I'm not gonna say it on the show. Definitely had me surprised with something.
Okay.
And I'll tell you after we stop recording. All right. But that's it. I'm just gonna for the weekend play games. Play with my PS5 portable. Probably go on a picnic in Central Park and maybe barbecue. Have some hot dogs. Yeah,
there you go.
I'll do the same thing.
You go. Very nice.
Same thing.
Well, that is episode 323 in the books, folks. It was a long one, but a good one. And we want to thank you guys for listening to the show, for liking, commenting, doing all the good stuff that you guys do. If you want to interact with us, and we know that you do, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Rated G for Gamers. Also, we are part of the Gaming Podcast Alliance. You can check out all of the fine podcasts featured on there at gamingpodcastalliance.com if you're looking for more gaming goodness. So, please listen, like, rate, review, and subscribe. And as always,
keep gaming.